Hey everyone, this is Shanta, and I'm here today as promised to show you all basically the last year of the micro locks that I recently picked out in preparation for my Sisterlock install, which is a week away. I'm so excited about it, but I did want to do a full recap for you all like I promised. There is a video on my channel where that I did last year, just basically talking about the start of my locks. I don't want to repeat a lot of that stuff. I just kind of want to focus on just this last year. Basically, once I made up my mind that I wanted to become a Sisterlock consultant, it kind of changed a lot of the thoughts that I had with my hair. Unfortunately or fortunately, I figured that once I knew what actual Sisterlocks entailed, the process of installing Sisterlocks, I kind of, knowing myself, I knew I would fall out of love with my hair, that I was going to want a proper set of micro locks. Like I said, it's a lot of issues with parting and time and trying to hold on to my damaged ends that ended up, I think making that first set that I installed just not something that I could be satisfied with in the long term. But I was thinking, well, maybe I'll still just I can still maybe just love my locks and not worry about it. Outwardly, they had a very nice appearance. They, most people would ask me, are they Sisterlocks, when they would meet me, and I was like, oh no, these are not Sisterlocks. But for face value, it was not a bad set of locks, and I definitely enjoyed the versatility that I found with the micro locks. I had the locks, and like I said, I thought, well, okay, maybe it'd be okay. I mentioned in the previous video about going Kato. Kato, I think, kind of was the nail that, the last nail in the coffin as far as whether or not I was going to keep that set or not. About 4 months into Kato, I started losing my hair in this area here and this area here. So it's all back and filled in now, but I will insert pictures where you can see it was basically gone. Like, it was just fuzz, and I had to basically use a comb over is about the best thing as I can kind of describe it as. It's basically I had to kind of flip the longer locks over top, and eventually I used some African bulk kinky hair and made new locks for that area, and that worked out okay. I upped my protein like I talked about in that video. Basically, I think I did anyway. Long story short, upping my protein to 100 grams a day via a protein powder helped my edges come back in, or that's not even your edges, that's just basically the front temple basically of my head. It helped it come back. So then after a while, it's when things just kind of started with that. Even though I fixed it with the added hair, it started me just kind of picking with it, and I started playing with the idea of, well, maybe I could just combine them to reduce the number of locks and start palm rolling them. So then I took out all basically of the front and attempted to regrid it to larger locks that I could palm roll. I also decided to, again, I did add some hair because I wasn't picking out, already a lot of it was extension anyway, and then to add I wasn't trying to pick out a set of locks. I've told you all, I don't want to pick out another set of locks, really. So I basically just kind of cut the hair, and then I made, again, my own extensions. But this time I did them in blonde because I, you know, wanted to pop a color, wanted to change. So I did that. It was cool for a while, but I don't think I was really feeling the blonde color. So I dyed the blonde hair black, which I felt pretty good about it. But at that point, to me, the palm rolling, it just didn't have the same look that I liked. When you palm roll a lock, it basically lays flat. But when you do an interlocking method, it still kind of sets on its own, because it's almost like a strand of hair and not this unit that you make when you palm roll a lock. And I just wasn't really happy with it, but I had basically already committed and kind of combined a lot of locks to where it just had, to me, a more of a straggly feel. Like it wasn't as full, and I just really was unhappy at that point. Like, you know, I had picked till it just wasn't really a version of itself that I was happy with. So when my coworker said that she was taking the class, you know, I jumped at the opportunity to say, hey, if you need one of your qualifying heads, I have no problem being, you know, your first guinea pig and you know, doing an install. And so that's where we are now, to where I'm going to be going next Saturday. So that's exciting. But yeah, just wanted to come on real quick and give you that overview, because I know I promised to basically show you all the pictures, to just kind of show, you know, where I went from, how, you know, how did I recover from it. I know folks may eventually ask to, you know, how did I do the extensions, video about how to, you know, maybe make locks. And if you do want to see that, you know, please leave me a comment below to let me know that that would be something that you're interested in. I know within the lock community, a lot of times, you know, you mention extensions and, you know, things kind of get a little dicey there in the comments. But you know, if it is something that you all do want to see, I would be more than happy to, you know, show you all basically how I was able to do that for my micro locks. Now, from what I hear, adding extensions to your sister locks will like void your warranty of sorts. But again, I haven't taken the class yet, so you know, I'm not sure, but that's just kind of what I've heard from the grapevine. But you know, if you do want to know how to do it, I can definitely, you know, work something out to show the process on how I extended my micro locks when I had to do that repair in the front. All right. So I don't want this to get too long. I do have another video I'm thinking of recording tonight, because I need to wash my hair, and gonna wash the test locks. May do a video about banding and braiding, possibly those, or just basically some thoughts about prior to my install and prior to the class, because my consult class, my training class, is like 34 days away, so a little over a month. So that's pretty exciting as well. All right, well, talk to you guys soon. Peace.